Hello, my name's Simon. Today I want to take you through the M-Check. So the M-Check is a way of being able to check across your bike to make sure it's safe and it's roadworthy. And it doesn't matter whether you're going to be riding on your own, with family members, or if your chosen event with Pi. So it's called the M-Check because as I trace my finger across the frame, it creates the letter M. And we're going to start from the front and make sure that the front wheel is locked into the forks. Check the skewer to make sure that's done up tightly. Give the front wheel a spin, make sure it's free. Checking the pressure to make sure it's done up correctly and the tread on here isn't worn out or cracks or canvas showing through. Have a look at the spokes, make sure all the spokes are in place and not loose and broken. Is there enough rubber on the brake blocks here? Next thing we want to have a look at is the bearing in here, the headset bearing, and the best way to check this is to squeeze the front brake and then just rock the bike front and back, and there should not be any movement in here. To ensure the handlebars are seated correctly and they're not going to move independently, grab the front wheel with your feet and your knees and just give it a twist. Anything that's attached to the handlebars like lights and Garmin devices or mirrors, again make sure that they're all secure. Going to move down to where the pedals are, so having a look on the frame as we move down to make sure there's no obvious breaks and cracks and dents. Spin the pedals to make sure they spin independently. Have a look at the drivetrain to make sure it's nice and clean and tidy. Too much oil attracts a lot of dirt and it will wear quicker. The bottom bracket bearing in here to check to make sure that this is nice. We need to just grab the arm, so not the pedal, grab the crank arm and just rock it from side to side in here. I'm going to come up to the saddle, again checking all the frame as I move up. Make sure the saddle is firmly seated, left and right, up and down, make sure there's no movement there. And then the back wheel, again, quick spin, make sure it's free, check the pressures, check the condition of the tread, the spokes, and then also the quick release to make sure that's done up correctly. And so the last thing to check then is going to be the brakes. So the front brake, squeeze the lever, push forwards, and the back should just lift up. And then the back brake on the left hand side, squeeze the lever, and just do a little wheelie pull up to make sure that the back brake is working. So that's the M-Check. Enjoy your ride. Ride safe.